said it was a busy week for everybody in Ann Arbor. Bo, you were preparing for a game you were concerned about, and then you get, I don't know how many visitors, but certainly more than you counted on.
Well, we got a lot of them because President Ford showed up at our practice, and everywhere he goes, he seems to draw a crowd, you know. And so we had quite a few people on the sidelines, and but he stayed for about a half an hour watching our practice, and then came to our training table and had an opportunity to visit with all of our players.
First of all, I thank you very much for permitting me to join all of this great ball team for a meal before I have a little engagement down the road here. Those stories, Bo said, a great all-time center. I found this. The longer you get away from reality, the bigger those stories get. So make all your fame now, and I can only say that they get better because the longer you're away from school, the fewer there are of people to tell the truth about what happened. So I'm just honored to come back here. Coming to the campus brings back some great memories. I can recall vividly my freshman year, and we couldn't play on the varsity the freshman year, and I ate a few meals here in the Union, and I really got to love and feel very strongly about this university. I think it contributed very significantly to whatever success I've had. The friends I made, the opportunities educationally, and the whole atmosphere here was a great factor in the incentive and the drive to do as well as one could. And I know that with a great record that you have, and I can say as a Monday morning or grandstand quarterback, I sit up there in the stands or watch on television, and I'm very proud of the great record that you've had in the way you play football. You play to win. And that's the only way I know to move ahead, whether you're on the gridiron or whether you're in classrooms or whether you're in politics or anything else. So good luck. Beat Stanford. And you've got 9 more ball games before you go to the Rose Bowl.
Right.
How are you, sir? How are you, Kurt? Nice to see you.
Mr. President, this is Kirk Lewis, Bob Lytle, Bob Downing,
Good to see you.
Jimmy Smith,
Jimmy?
Calvin O'Neill, Jim Hackett down here.
Jim, how are you? Good to see you.
He's one of our captains, Kirk's one of our captains, Calvin's one of our captains, Jim's our great wide receiver. There's our center. That's
Too
the
big
center.
for me to
6'4", 250.
Well, I weighed about 199, 6 feet. But Chuck Bernard was ahead of me, and Chuck was about 6'3", weighed about 220. There's Whitey Worcester.
Yeah.
Russ Oliver. There's Regates. Danny Kowalik. Remember Greasy Neal? Oh, sure. Ivy Williamson. Charlie Hoyt. I was showing a high school team that came through the White House a month or two ago. They wanted to know what I played, and I said center, and they said, can you still snap the ball? Well, not quite as well as I could, but by God, I got it back there. I had more trouble bending over than snapping the ball.
Not a bad halftime speech from that fellow.
Well, we had a lot of fun, and of course, talked a lot of football, and I think the president really enjoyed the opportunity to get away from the usual grind of politicking and talk football and meet with the players and the coaches and watch our practice. And we really enjoyed it, and the players and the coaches and everything, and I'm sure he did too.
I know we talked about it last week when we knew he was coming. It's a shame that he can't just pack up like we can and go to a Saturday football game.
Matter of fact, Larry, I mentioned that to him. I says, you know, Mr. President, I bet you wish sometime you could just say, well, I think I'll go to the football game and put on your hat and walk out of the house and go down and watch a game, you know, but he just can't do that.
Can't do it. Did you check all those Secret Service men, any of them from Ohio State?
Well, I don't know. I didn't have time at practice, you know, to scrutinize them all, but it's funny how there were twice as many photographers as there were Secret Servicemen, and they were all over the place. We couldn't run our usual passing attack with the flaring backs and everything.
All the exciting
because they were
options.
always in the way, you see.
Did it bother you at all?
Not at all.
Preparation?
The problem was when we went into the huddle to call signals on offense or defense, somebody called the signals and they'd all be looking over at the president and say, what'd you say, what'd you say, what'd you call? So we did have a little bit of confusion.
But not a bad week at all, and it ended up good too.
Yes, it did, and actually our practice the day that he came was very enthusiastic, and we got a lot done, and the whole week of work was good, and as you can see, on Saturday we played one of our better football games.
You certainly did. We don't have the president playing football in just a moment or two, but we do have a memorable replay from Michigan football history. Join us in just a few minutes.